And then the last thing that I really did was I am $400 poorer because I bought Motley Crue tickets for my wife. So,
Oh, you poor thing.
you know what? I was thinking that in the beginning, but I'm actually thinking this show is probably going to be pretty good. It starts at 4:30 in the afternoon. At least that's what Ticketmaster says. But also, it's not just Motley Crue. It's Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Poison, which I'm gonna go fucking find food during that concert, and Joan Jett. So 3 bands out of that.
There's one other band. There's one other band that's playing.
Nah, it's only 4.
I could have sworn.
So it's Joan Jett and the something. I can't remember what the
It's
and
Joan
the
Jett and the Blackhearts, but there's
Yeah.
another band that has the word heart in it. Hold on.
It ain't Heart, I'll tell you that. I'll let you look it up. But no, we got pretty good tickets. We don't have like floor level. We don't have nosebleeds. We have just kind of like in the middle of the auditory or the center. And yeah, I got that. I got parking. I got 2 tickets. I got parking, and I got a tour shirt for my wife for like right at $375. And then I bought the ticket insurance just in case like I'll get all my money back if I decide I don't want the tickets anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought that just in case too. So, but no, that's in Nashville at the end of June. We're gonna make a little trip out of it. Nashville's only like 5 hours from us, so we're just gonna drive up there on a Friday night, spend the weekend up there, go to the concert. It's on a Monday, so we're going to the concert on the Monday and then heading back out on a Tuesday. So I think she's gonna be happy about it because she wants to see, of course, Motley Crue and Poison. What?
She's a Poison fan?
Dude, she fucking loves Bret Michaels. I love my wife,
sorry.
but I don't like her for that one. Out of all 4 of those, I think I like Def Leppard the most out of all 4 of those. Joan Jett's good too, though.
Joan Jett's good. Who else? Def Leppard is probably the best band, but
I like early Motley Crue stuff.
Well, even later stuff is pretty good. It's just I think that Vince Neil's voice has gone to shit.
Yeah. But I don't know. It should be fun. I would have rather spent that's what I was going to talk about too. I had a real big blow hit me in the music world over the last week with so if any I had to have said it before that I said Rush is my favorite band ever. But Neil Peart sadly has passed away, I believe, on January 7th at the age of 67 of I don't know the full name of it, but I'm just going to say brain cancer. And
it was
some of the G
glabomyalgia or some shit like that.
A really bad one. And apparently had been fighting it for like 3.5 years, like right after they stopped touring.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the what am I trying to say? The outreach of support from musicians and drummers since his passing has been crazy. I've seen some stuff from Dave Grohl and Taylor Hawkins from Foo Fighters just talk about like there was a reason he was called the Professor, and I think Taylor Hawkins was like, I mean, he goes, Neil Peart had God's hands. There's end of story. Like that's what he had. So, but no, the rock world lost a really big, huge fucking legend. I'm sad that I'll never get to see Rush live, but little PSA. I know a lot of people sometimes you're in tough times, but if you can do any support, if you ever want to look at a charity to support to or something like that, do it for the cancer, any kind of cancer association or something like that. Because cancer fucking sucks. I've never seen a good story come out of cancer. So except surviving it.
Speaking of cancer, guess who has skin cancer?
Who?
Bret Michaels.
Oh. I don't want him to die.
Yeah. As of yesterday, Poison's frontman Bret Michaels has released the following statement. He has skin cancer.
Don't you fucking cancel the show that I bought tickets for. No. Nah, hopefully it's not major. Hopefully it's something they can take care of.
And as of January 11th, to follow up on what I was saying. The new band to join the tour is Tuck Smith and the Restless Hearts.
Never heard of them.
I think that this is a case of like this band is also on the same label that Motley Crue is on.
Yeah.
And they just inserted them in.
This is going to be a 6-hour concert. Even if it goes 6 hours and it actually starts at 4:30,
it's going to be longer than 6 hours. It's going to be way longer than 6 hours.
Because every one of these bands, minus that last one you just said, is probably going to play a full fucking hit set.
Yeah, the first band will probably have a 30 to 45 minute set. Joan Jett will probably have a 45-minute set. Everyone else will have at least an hour, and the two headliners are going to be upwards to 2 hours.
Yeah.
Plus, you have all that in between time.
Set up, break down. Yep.
Exactly. To take the kits off and put the new ones in.
Guess what Smart Corey did? Smart Corey did not get floor tickets. I got a seat.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Fuck everyone that's in the mosh pit.
Okay, mosh pit for Motley Crue.
Look. First off, that was a thing back in the 80s, and you can't
it was.
That.
True. I mean, I've gone to Foo Fighters concerts. Like I took my brother to a Foo Fighters concert where we were on the floor right there by the stage. I think we were like standing up for 2.5 hours, and I was literally like my legs were fucking killing me. Like my shins were crying.
Now, ever since I went to that fucking Mastodon, Deftones, Alice in Chains
that's
concert.
a good concert.
Oh, it was great. Probably the best concert I've ever been to.
That's pretty good.
Ever since that concert, I will never not have a seat at a concert unless it's like a bar.
Yeah. So the first one, the Killswitch Engage concert and the Rise Against, I was like, never again am I going to be on the floor. And then I went to System of a Down. And then System of a Down, I was like, never again will I be on the floor. And I've not been on a floor since then. So that System of a Down concert was fucking... I was the wall to the mosh pit. So my friend that I work with at the corporate office, she was standing to my right, and the pit started. And I said, nope. And I moved her to my left. I was like, there's no offense, Alana. Like... You're a strong woman, but I don't know if you could hold up a mosh pit wall. And she was like, no, thank you. And then I was just pushing people back in. Like, it was fucking awesome. It was really good.
Did they do a wall of death? Probably not.
No, not at System of a Down. There's no fucking wall of death. But they did do a fucking, like, at one point, what was his name? Darian? Lead guitarist. He was telling everyone just to run around in the pit. So people were just running in a circle. And I was like, oh my God. And then you got those two motherfuckers trying to go the opposite direction and just running into people.
That's Darwinism. That's natural selection at its finest. Go the opposite direction in a fucking circle pit.
Sure,
Watch what fucking happens. You're gonna get clotheslined.
Yeah, I felt really bad for their opening band because no one was paying attention to them. Like, I can't even tell you what their music sounded like. They were up there for a little bit. The lights went down. They set things up. The lights went back up, and we all shit ourselves because System of a Down came on stage.
You know, that's just part of the nature of being in a low-tier band that just so happens to go on tour with a mid to high-tier band.
Yeah.
Like, it happens. Like, that's no one's fault but the band's itself. You have to be engaging enough for people to give a shit about you.
Well, at the Killswitch concert, or it's still so weird that Killswitch opened for Rise Against, but there was
Rise Against is without a doubt a bigger band.
I guess you're right. But there was a third band that opened before Killswitch, and I don't know what this band's name was, and I can't, like, their music was heavy, but the front man was fucking insane, man. He was like, song one, he's jumping out in the crowd. There was like this balcony because it was at like a barbecue place in Austin that was like, that had balconies and shit on the outside. He runs up on the balcony and he goes to, like, people thought he was going to jump off the balcony, and like people were holding his legs and he's just hanging upside down singing. I was like, this dude's fucking nuts.
That's the front man from Let Live. That's the band.
Is that what it is?
He's insane.
That dude was fucking crazy.
He needs to be locked up. He's kind of out of his mind.
but I remembered him. So
Yeah, they've got decent music. They're okay.
did you look up the tour that I was talking about?
I did. It's really easy to do that. You two
Yeah.
bands that usually don't tour with each other. Find out what the third one is. Yeah, Let Live.
I think they're from California.
I didn't look into that, but yeah,
That dude was nuts, man.
I know of them, and I know that he's kind of nuts.
Kind of overshadowed the music because I don't remember what their music sounded like. So
I mean, that's what happened with Corey Taylor when he was with Slipknot in the early days.
yeah,
You want to talk about a madman? Corey Taylor and just really the rest of the fucking band.
yeah.
Like,
The other 8 people.
Yeah, Kron and Mick Thompson and fucking, they're all like fucking nuts. There's footage from 1999. I don't remember if it was the Family Values tour, but they were on one of the side shows and they had a massive fucking audience.
Yeah.
And they were just like on this shoddy little stage in the middle of a fucking parking lot. It's 100 degrees. They're all in jumpsuits, and
Yeah.
Corey Taylor is just jumping up and down, constantly screaming at the top of his fucking lungs. Like, I'm not a Slipknot fan,
But it was hype.
It was hype. It was
There was
absolutely
probably
hype.
some drugs involved.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like early Slipknot from Eat, Mate, Kill, Repeat to Iowa. One of the best frontmen I've ever seen, and he's still on fire.
He was actually Corey Taylor's in that In Search of Darkness or documentary. He's in it a little bit.
Believe that. I believe he's
but
a
no.
huge Homer fan.
Yeah. But no, like Iowa, you bring up Iowa, and I'm like, well, talking about Megavision's Resident Evil, the first movie was the thing that got me into Slipknot because I heard Wait and Bleed, and I was like, what the fuck? My buddy Adam, my best friend at the time, where his name was Adam, he bought that was the time where I bought the Mudvayne CD that I talked about, and he
LD50?
bought, it's the one that has Not Crawling on it, or Not Falling on it. Yeah. And he bought the Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 1 soundtrack, and it's like half of it's Slipknot. And I was just like, that opened up my eyes to like, music's different.
That's what ends up happening when like you finally branch out outside of the shit that your parents or your siblings listen to.
Yep.
Like I think I've talked about it, but I'm very fortunate to have siblings and family that listen to all different types of music because I'm kind of in touch with a little bit of everything. My mom was more of the country gospel. My dad was more of the hard rock.
Yeah.
My first sister, punk rock. My other sister, she was more into industrial. So I got a taste of a little bit of everything. But like when I first listened to Slipknot in 2001, it was just, that was my gateway band.
Yeah.
And
I
at that
still listen
time,
to Slipknot.
I'll listen to shit that they come out with. But
Neil
it's
Forte
not
was
really,
super good. Like that one
That's a good
song was
song.
good. I don't know what's on the rest of the album, but Neil Forte is fucking good.
I would argue that's the best song on there outside of Solway Firth. That the closer is really solid.
I'm gonna have to listen to it.
But that
my
was
cousin was
gateway
that one
band to get into all the other hard shit. And now I'm listening to fucking black metal. I'm arguing with fucking YouTubers. I'm like, no, you're fucking wrong.
My cousin was the one. She got me. I remember the day I got in her car and Prison Song came on, and I was like, "What
Prison
is this?"
Sex?
Prison Song from System of a Down.
Okay, yeah.
First song off of Toxicity. And I was like, what is this? And she goes, it's System of a Down. I'm about to blow your fucking mind. And I was like, oh, like she got me into like Linkin, like that Hybrid Theory. I had never heard of Linkin Park before. And I think I had 3 copies of Hybrid Theory because I just ran them out. Like
Hybrid Theory was like a spiritual moment for me because like all my friends listened to hip hop, but my roots were based in rock and roll. And when I heard Linkin Park, I'm like, why not both?
What's this rapcore genre?
Yeah. And then I just start digging, looking for that shit. And I got into Mudvayne and Seven Dust and Korn, and all the other shitty little
Yeah.
new metal bands.
Do you know that Korn found Limp Bizkit?
Yes, I did.
Like they
know
were
that.
on tour, like they were in Florida or something, and
It's
saw them
their
play.
fault. It's
Yeah,
their fault.
Yeah. They should
Like,
have kept rolling.
I like Jonathan Davis. He's another one that should be on In Search of Darkness, because he's all into the horror shit. But it's his fault.
Limp Bizkit was a little. I've heard of some provocative shit happening at some of their concerts.
Yeah. If anything, Fred Durst knows how to grab the public's attention. Don't get me wrong. He is a very intelligent businessman.
Mm.
Like, that man is rich. And
he directed a movie recently.
I don't know about
with
that.
John Travolta in it.
I'd believe it. I would definitely believe it, because he's got his hand in a little bit of everything.
He diversified his portfolio.
Business savvy guy. And I think even the lead guitarist, I forget what his name is, but he's also like really fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's solo stuff or he's a part of a different band, but I heard he's like insane. Like, he's actually a very talented guitarist. Limp Bizkit sucks as a group, but
individually,
they're the shit.
All right, well, that's all I've got for my week.
Yep.